Grow! Rise with the sun!
Hey, there's a newsstand over there! Wanna grab a copy of the Steambird? We know our Fontanian friends love a little drama. Isn't that Charlotte?
How about... Pretty shocking. Udex gravely wounded in shocking...
Huh? What? Did Paimon hear that right? Neuvillette was stabbed and gravely wounded? No, surely that can't be right. Can it?
Hey there, you two. Fancy running into you here.
Yeah, that, and also a less than pleasant... What the heck was all this? Trading tabloid headlines?
Yeah. Charlotte and I were having a little... Either I got lucky, or I have a knack for honing... If I had to quantify it, I'd say about 1%.
Huh? Him? Lenient? Oh, you gotta be kidding!
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give credit to these so-called news stories for occasionally...
You mean all those fake headlines?
Sure they do. For instance, considering the amount of speculation... But in reality, rest assured, no Saurians were harmed in the process.
Oh, okay! Paimon was so busy freaking...
It was a pretty open and shut case, and my testimony in court was but I'm guessing, Mademoiselle Charlotte. I appreciate your kind invitation.
Can each the speechless! Can each the tongue-tied! Huh?
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not...
Charlotte never stops, does she? Anyway, Paimon just has to ask. That how thing that pop...
Oh, that thing. Yeah, now...
Huh? What's up with him?
Could be.
Not acclimatizing?
Too bad he can't come out to argue back.
What do you mean?
There's nothing physically wrong with him. Apparently, it's forbidden to release flying objects within Fontaine City limits during the first 3 days of each...
Paimon sure does! Paimon's been down this road before. There's an easy solution.
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But how? That said, it's pretty annoying. Anyway, this morning I saw a notice outside the Palais Mermonia about I was planning to stay here and do some exploring for... It'll be a good chance to let that noisy heat... If you're free, why don't you come along? I know where it is, so let...
Burn it down!
Looks like I remembered correctly.
Wow, this is awesome!
Yeah, it was still completely deserted only a few days ago when I... There must be some efficient workers in Fontaine. Quite impressive.
A few days? One night was all it took. Rap-a-tap-tap, ta-da! But is this all it takes to blow people away? Oh, no, no, no. Given my past experience, I can't let myself get carried away. Well, I can't believe you actually remember me. It's me, Lepine Pauline. That's right, the unlucky one. Of course! How else would we have managed to build Fantasyland in a...
Fantasyland?
At least that's how I like to think of it myself. A magical land of I know it sounds like I'm laying it on thick. As you can see, the theme of this amusement park is Fontainian...
Co-construct? Well, that's a relief.
Nope! I might be inviting others to help fund this, but that doesn't mean I...
Huh? You've got to be kidding. Ha! Look at you, puny little humans. Reckless. If you're expecting even an ounce of sympathy from the almighty Dragon Lord, dream up.
Sorry, just ignore that little gizmoid. He likes to butt in occasionally. Do go on.
Gizmoid? Who are you calling Gizmoid?
Wow! That's quite a nifty mecha you've got yourself. You ought to let Miss Charlotte see your cool gadget. Who knows?
Mass production? Ugh, insolent, vulgar, and disrespectful! I, the almighty Dragon Lord, am one of a kind! And another thing, I shall have you...
What? Heavens above!
Idiot meets idiot.
What's all the fuss? Making some new friends, are we?
Miss Navia! Allow me to introduce the star behind all the work that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, president of Fontaine Spina di Rosula.
Hello, everyone. Partner, Paimon, how have you been lately?
Hello there. I'm Kenichi.
What about me? What up?
You think someone yelling their name out in the middle of a public street really needs an introduction?
He's not wrong. So, you must be the almighty Dragon Lord, Mr. Ahau.
Oh, see that? That's what I call proper manners. Well, it's not every day you meet a well-mannered human. Navia, was it? Excellent. You may address the almighty Dragon Lord by his name. Navia, don't you think the title Almighty
It's no big deal. All little animal...
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Navia and the Spina di Rosula that... honestly, thank heavens! After all that paperwork and I couldn't wait a moment longer. After all, who else but the Spina...
Sorry, Traveler. Miss Lepine Pauline sometimes... I'm guessing she hasn't gone into much detail about the event yet. In short, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is a fan convention.
Huh? Cheval Moran?
That's right! The one and only. After much persistence and many solicitations, I find not only is our adorable mascot drawing in fans by the minute, but she...
It's been a while since we last met, but still, it's... By the way, Miss Lepine Pauline, have you decided to switch careers and go...
Not exactly. By chance, one of the prototype lenses thanks to this unexpected opportunity, I've had...
That's right. So don't underestimate Miss Lepine. As for the Spina di Rosula, we're mainly here to take care of planning, operations, for anyone feeling inspired to set up a booth. By the way, Traveler, are you at all interested in taking part? It would be a chance for you to earn some extra income. Plus,
Paimon would be even more tempted if you were to say...
Well, as everyone needs to eat, whether they be tourists or... So thanks to Miss Navia's help, we've managed to invite none other than the select... Look over there!
You! Yes, you! For the last time, the ingredients have to be...
See?
Well, I'm sold. I think I'll make a
You little... What's your game here?
Demoiselle, Sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over here that requires your...
Ah, apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
Greetings. Apologies if you overheard my harsh... The sheer lack of standards here will be the death of me. The ones that leave their guns behind by accident, and then come back...
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't for...
Oh.
Wait, has that happened before?
No, it's just the mention of...
Huh?
Just before we started setting up, as we were cleaning up the... It didn't look like something from Fontaine, though. It had more of a...
Oh?
Do you think a foreign tourist might have...
That's what I assumed at first. But the box was buried beneath a pipe, but I didn't see much point in speculating. I trekked all the way over to the
What did the authorities make of it?
Oh, they made a mountain out of a molehill. Before even addressing the question of what was actually in... Thankfully, the ever-reliable Officer Sedine stepped up and immediately... And, as it turned out, there was...
Wow, that's a dangerous item, all right.
Mind if I ask what kind of gun it was?
Oh yeah, Mr. Knight, you're from Natlan, aren't you?
You could say it comes with the job.
Ugh, such a spoiled brat. What, are the toys I gave you not good enough for you?
Yep, got sick of those long ago.
You little... How dare you turn your nose up at my gifts! Why,
Time for a timeout, old-timer. Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah.
It's a bit hard to describe. Give me a second. I'll knock out a quick sketch. Something like this.
Whoa, it's so neat and precise!
It's not... Sorry. I know it doesn't really look like a gun, and it certainly could shoot as well, too.
No, quite the opposite. The features are... Please, don't mind me. I'm just taking...
I should be the one thanking you. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Besides...
Not at all. The buzz and excitement you got... Oh, dear. I'm starting to feel a bit guilty watching but just before I go, one last thing. Traveler, it's wonderful to see you. Here's to a successful collaboration.
I'm sure you noticed that there was something unusual about that gun. Correct. It's most like, based on my experience, it might be more accurate to refer to it as a hand cannon. Given why I came here, time is of the essence. So I'd like to head over to the Palais Mermonia to verify my suspicions. Perfect. Then we can head... Or, if you want to catch up with your friends first, I can wait.
Oh, man.
Bro!
Are you mimicking me?
No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
Aurora and Aoife, what brings you to Fontaine?
Huh? How come you're... Ah, I'm guessing Kaniche is here because of...
Word sure gets around quickly, huh?
First time I
Oh, stop it. It's not like I was the center.
wasn't expecting to see the Traveler and Paimon here.
Come on, Aoife.
Huh?
A traveler, by definition, is someone who travels around.
Fair point. Anyway, back on topic. Wait a second.
Why, you're all here, of course.
For vegetables.
Cuckoo. Huh?
I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine film fan.
It's Cheval Moran.
Ah, right. I keep Guess I owe Cheval Moran an apology, even if she's not here. Anyway, long story short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh.
So, you guys are vegetable current?
He is. I'm just here as a response. It's his first time traveling.
Even though it's your first.
Right. But they still pick.
Don't you get it? They all just saw.
Wait, see? Doesn't matter how much older you are than this dude. Hang out.
Meaning everyone looks after.
In theory, nothing at all. In that case, guess I better.
I'm not sure who the So, what about Kakuku? If he was here, we'd be making.
That's exactly what's got.
Aoife, there's nothing to worry about. You're a big boy.
You think that's what I'm worried about? Anyway, my priority suffice it to say, Kakuku.
How so? He's so small, and all he knows are a few arms.
Let me guess.
Bro, you too?
Not me. A how.
Oh, so that's why he hasn't interrupted us this whole time. Guess he's too scared to show his face.
That, plus he's all.
Nice one. If I.
Oh no, bro. Or rather.
If they had managed that, we'd at least be. But when the guards started chasing him, Kakuku flew. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high stakes.
Which building? That one?
Yup, that's the one. Kakuku, sure, I may be able to fly up pretty high, but checking. As for Aoife, well, let's just.
Not like it's my fault, though.
Wait a sec. What's this got to do with how high you can fly? Kakuku's got himself into a real mess here. Like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty worrying. I'm starting to picture him.
Heck yeah! If anyone can pull it off.
For real now?
Of course I'm for real. I'd never.
All right. Everyone's in a. But our priority right now should be.
Leave it to us.
You sure? Wow, awesome. That'll be a huge help.
And if Kakuku doesn't listen to you...
Wait, since when was that up to you?
Well, then it's your call, bro.
All right then, if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I also give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
There you go. If he objects to that, tell him to come find us.
He won't. Trust me.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
Nothing new there. What's all that commotion?
No way, bro!
Did he say he came from Natlan? No.
Get out of here!
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
Oh no. Bro!
He keeps repeating the same thing.
Oh, you know one another.
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Neuvillette.
For real?
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to
Stay and hear them out first. Perhaps, if I'm not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kanich who served as a witness in the smuggle. I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
So you've met Neuvillette before?
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this other gentleman...
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wriothesley, administrator of the Fortress of Meripede. Or, please, feel free to share anything about the case.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you!
Wow, that sounded just like me. But should we really discuss...
Oh, wow! Oh, no!
I believe he said... Or rather, I suppose he meant that he'll keep this to himself. Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to...
Sure thing, bro!
Let us return to the matter at hand. Mr. Kanich, was there something else you wanted to discuss?
Yes. Let me fill you in.
Wow! It really is exactly like Lapine Pauline's sketch! That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case...
That's exactly my line of thought.
I see. Mr. Kanich, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to invest... We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody. Wriothesley.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request. Don't you worry.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the...
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lapine Pauline's convention.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
He really does come out with the most unexpected things. Who did he learn it all from? Huh. Well, it's...
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kukuku qualifies and, following on from our conversation just now, drafting said agreement may take...
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kukuku. Excited?
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
All right then, we'd better get going.
Rise with the sun!
What's the situation? How bad is it? Oh, no. When I saw that Kukuku wasn't with...
Relax, Aoife. Maybe Kukuku just... Sometimes you just have to let the kids grow up.
For real now?
It's not that bad. Kukuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for sure.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
See?
You're not exactly reassured.
As for the bad news, Kukuku accidentally overheard some top secret. But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kukuku is super nice, so he'll be...
All right.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by...
What a shame. Oh well,
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
Anyway, Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
Yay! Problem solved! All right, let's catch up another day.
Traveler, it's you! Ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland crew? It's time, dear partner and Paimon, for us to turn our attention. As I mentioned, the park was started up by... Of course, enthusiasts aren't typically all-around experts. We, for our part, handle long-term
operations? We spend most of our time adventuring and we barely...
That's more like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you, partner? Anyway, first things first. Let's... As you can see, our Fantasyland's a bit like a sugar-free macaron right now. The Spina's only been able to hire a limited number of... That's why I chose to adopt a time slot-based planning method. Upgrading facilities, expanding the venue, hiring... So, it's our job to allocate precious time slots. As we attract more guests and earn money to add to our funds, we'll also be able... Which will allow us to divide each cycle into finer time slots, which will...
So we'll be limited in the decisions we can make and tasks we can focus on within each time. Which means we have to use our limited actions and Mora to earn even more. Kinda like playing chess or cards then. Cooking up a strategy in advance. Paimon thinks she just about gets it. How do you feel about it, Traveler? Yep, come on, you mentioned standardized strategy guides just now.
Of course. Film and entertainment mean different things to different people. If we're not careful, some visit and others might pick up dangerous props by mistake. To avoid confusion, we need to create...
Wow, if we're the first ones to test out the activities, who knows? But if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely on our skills to carry us through.
Hopefully it goes without saying that I'd never put you in danger. I also wanted you to experience the activities.
Oh, those are two things Navia is best at. Making...
Great! Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Your input is super All right then. Let's start with a Both of you seem even more excited than before. Looks like your first trial run.
Paimon hasn't actually watched that many films, but after trying it out...
Great job, Paimon. They'd be beyond delighted to hear that visitors, some have even been willing to contribute extra funds.
Out of their own pockets?
That's right. While the Spina di Rosula covers the cost of basic booth the cost of the booth itself isn't their main expense. Take our official mascot, Sir Intendant Chevalmoran, for instance. Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image. Using the highest, these cushions will officially go on sale at the Sounds irresistible, right? Plus, as Serinta, after all, the fans are doing this voluntarily. The more Mora ends up in Farina's purse, the better Serin.
Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that.
Still, we can't just... The same logic applies to the Chevalmoran film fantasy. Once we finish the standardized strategy guides, there's plenty of work to do at the various... There's a recruitment section on the park's bulletin. Once assigned, the staff will keep the attraction...
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources? That's definitely a first for us. Just don't hold everyone up to your own standards, okay? All right, time to review some resumes. Fingers... Looks like this particular employee is really getting into their role.
You're both doing in any case, with this, running a theme park is a long-term project. You won't make... We're just about done with our current work setup, so let's take a short break and wait for this... Well, the numbers might not look that Building on this momentum, we must to draw in the crowds. I've invited one of Fontaine. She'll be performing, right?
So, is the restaurant part...
The restaurant is up to standard, and the waterside location will make for a unique dining
Hey there, Escoffier.
Oh, my employers are here. The president of the Spina di Rosula.
I'd say that if any...
I'm guessing you want the traveler to help me decide the theme dish for each cycle.
This is the business strategy I mentioned earlier. But this isn't just about attracting. Just imagine, Paimon, if all...
Now, here's the twist. To get the most based on research by a certain food branding, so give me some inspiration every few business cycles. Now then, give me your hand. A warm and your hands are calloused from wielding your sword, but still quite delicate. When you grasp its hilt... A sword then. The theme this time shall be strength. All right, let's find out what's I've refined the sauce for these barbecue ribs. The mint extract in the seasoning leaves a but if you ask me, I'd say the
artisan?
As I'm sure you've noticed, this park isn't quite. As their bosses, you have an obligation to... Who knows? The morale boost might even improve their...
Oh? If I recall correct, for several days after, the workers were all incredibly efficient. They'd finish 8 hours of work and just...
Then there's no time to...
That's a great idea! Looks like these themed dishes are gonna make a huge dip. The artisans are pumped and ready to roll thanks to that themed dish.
And perfect timing, too. Let's take this chance to take the facilities of our eclectic...
We should be able to attract more customers by upgrade.
An attraction when that happens.
Whew, that's... Huh? Have we really? Thinking about it, we have learned...
Oh, not at all. I imagine long-term but don't let that scare you. Just break things.
Whoa, seeing your own progress is really good. From here on out, we'll be running the Cheval Moran film...
Huh.